Who come back? Hey, Catherine. Glad you could come back. Do you go by Catherine or Kathy? Because, like, my name is Kimberly, but I go by Kim. Okay, Kathy. There's 3 people that call me Kimberly. My best friend, who's dead, and his son and mother. So his baby mama and son, because he introduced me as Kimberly, because that's what he called me, and that's what they've called me. That's all they've ever known me by is Kimberly. So there's only 2 people on this planet that call me Kimberly. Hey, Rachel, glad you could come back too. Hey, Deborah. Listen, I'm sorry I had to leave so abruptly, but when your mama calls, you must take it. Hey, Norma. And Norma is the only one that calls me Kimmy. I was just saying, Norma, there's only 2 people that call me Kimberly. And then here you pop in and call me Kimmy. You're the only person that calls me Kimmy. Oh, I thought that was Thunder. That's the garbage truck. Listen, we was talking about it on my last live a few minutes ago. Holly is having a yard sale here tomorrow. You'll see the stuff in this house. She says she was getting rid of it. She was wanting to get rid of having so much stuff. And so she thought she had brought everything yesterday. She said she went home last night. Well, that can go and that can go. You can go, you can go, you can go. So she come today with another whole carload. Yes, you have to take the call from your mama. I know. Don't nobody call you Sandra. Which Kimberly don't bother me. Like you don't like Sandra. I like Kimberly. I wouldn't mind if I was called Kimberly. But Kim don't bother me. Funny, I come back to live and ain't got nothing to say. I know you don't like Sandra, whereas I do like Kimberly. Oh, Kathy, that's a terrible way to go. That's what David's mama died of. It was 2 years ago too. This Thanksgiving. That's a horrible, horrible way to go. The only saving grace to passing with dementia is you don't know what's happening. And you basically just go to sleep. You don't realize that's what's happening. So, like, you wouldn't have a fear about it because you don't comprehend that. That's the only thing. The rest of it is sad, sad, sad. I bet you do, Kathy. She was telling me she's got a blockage right in here, and it's like 50 to 60%. And she went to the doctor today about it. She's too old for surgery. He said the complications and risks of you actually dying doing the surgery is more than if you just live with it. So she's just living with it. Kathy, that's awful. Peg, you right. Because you can't do nothing. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Poor David. You would not believe what all he went through with his mama. Because he was letting her stay at home as long as he could. And I told him, I said, she's got to go somewhere. She's got to go somewhere. And she fell. And that was the best, sounds terrible, the best thing that could have happened because it got her to the hospital. And they're like, you cannot keep her at home because what he was having to do to keep her at home was, he couldn't take no more of it. He just couldn't take no more. He went through hell. I'll just tell you. And so then that's when she went somewhere. I don't know. She didn't say if they put her on anything or not, Nana. Oh, Kathy. His mama passed at night, and we were home. He wasn't at the home she was in. I tell you, I don't want to go that way. I believe in calling things up. I ain't trying to call nothing up, but the way my memory is and things that I don't remember, it worries me. What if that's part of it? It bothers me. It really does. All joking aside, it does. It bothers me that my memory's so bad. I was counting my 4 hours till pain pill time. At least you got to be there with her, Kathy. Doing pretty good, Deborah. And yes, we are having our Halloween party. And I did not realize it's next weekend. My therapist, who was here today, we were talking. He's like, well, that's next weekend. I'm like, no, that's not next weekend. He goes, yes. He said, let's look on the calendar. He looked on the calendar. He said, see, I told Holly she was in the other room with Jacob. She come around the corner. She goes, I didn't know it was next weekend either. I said, girl, I mean, you got some planning to do. So I don't think it is normal. I forgot so much about my childhood. I forgot so much about high school, all kind of stuff. I forgot. I can't remember. Even my adult, I forgot stuff about my kids growing up that I should not have forgotten, and I've forgotten it. So stuff that bothers me. And then some things stick out like sore thumbs. Yeah, things I remember when I'm talking to y'all, little things pop into my head. I'm like, oh, and I'm like excited because I remembered it. Oh, oh, Norma, that's sweet. I know I keep moving a lot. I'm sorry. I keep repositioning my leg. My leg aches. That's the kind of pain it is. It's like a headache. It's like my leg has a headache all the time. It's not like a stabbing pain in the joint. Sometimes the inside, if I'm getting up and down, will like tighten up, but it's not like the knee is not stabbing in the knee. It's not burning in the knee. It's just an ache all up and down my leg. So y'all hear that garbage truck out there? Mm-hmm. It is. And while I've got the healing process, I've got the healing pills. I didn't think they'd refill it. I took all the ones they give me. They say take it, set your alarm to take it in the middle of the night. It is easier to do that than to try to catch up to the pain if you miss a dose. So I took them things religiously. I mean, I kept up with them, and then I ran out. And my therapist, the one I had, the girl that came all the other times, she's like, "They'll give you more." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah." She said, "They'll give you a refill. They don't want you hurting." I said, "Well, I see him tomorrow." She said, "No, do it today." So typed in a little my chart. Lord have mercy. They sent it straight over. Dave went up there and got them, and I had them. I'm like, who knew? So I was talking to the doctor when I had my visit the other day. He's like, "You're not going to get addicted to them things." I said, "No more dosage than that is. I know I ain't." Hmm. That's me, Peg. Oh, your friend was just diagnosed? I'm sorry. Yeah, they did help me a lot, Norma. When I first started, I couldn't do anything, and now I can do everything they want me to do, and I can do it well. Lori, girl, them things ain't strong enough to get addicted to and have no kind of withdrawals. Them is some little sweet tarts. That's what I call them. They a step above a Tylenol, and the Tylenol is a sweet tart. But I take them because they take the edge off. They don't take the pain away. They do not take the pain away. Never have. But they take the edge off. Now, when I first come home, the first like, oh my gosh, few days, they didn't do anything. I don't if they took anything away, I don't want to know what it was like before. You see what I'm saying? Hey Janet, and my blood pressure. They have to check your blood pressure every time they come. Check your oxygen. Check your temperature. My blood pressure is so low. I'm gonna tell you what. She's gonna have to take me off that. She cut my blood pressure in half, my pill in half. When I saw her last time, she's gonna have to take it away because my blood pressure is low. It was like 10 something over 60 something. That's low. Ain't that low? I know somebody out there knows. Ain't that low? I'm waiting for an answer. Y'all have to help me talk. Y'all sit here and make me think I got to think of something. I just can't. Thank you, Norma. I knew it was. I knew it. Norma say yes. That is low. Oh, that's low. That's good. That's good. We got good blood pressure, Nana. Do you take pills? Do you take any blood pressure pills? It was like 10 something over 60 something. Oh, that's good, Janet. That's a good blood pressure. Oh, Nana, no meds. That's real good. What you prepping, Lori? What are you prepping, girl? I was going to do my prep. Yes, Jen. I want off all my meds. I take too many. I take way under too many meds. I want off all. Well, I won't get off all of them. I won't get off my bipolar meds. I don't want off of those because I've tried to come off. Well, I did. I come off of one of them that I thought was causing weight gain. I had to go back on them because I was not in good shape. So I don't want off of my bipolar depression meds. None of that. But I would love to be off all that other stuff. Of course, I'll never be off calcium and um, multivitamin because that's a requirement of gastric bypass. So I'll have to take those pills the rest of my life. So I have to take those. I take a couple. Ooh, y'all hear that? Yes, I want off of that too, Janet. Oh my gosh. I did not take it the first week. When I come home from having this knee done, I did not take them the first full week because I was not going to get up and down hurting as bad as I was hurting to go to the bathroom every 10 minutes. So I didn't start taking them until my second week. That's right. And when I did, golly, I was doing some peeing. Okay, let's see. What is Lori making? Apple pear compost. I think you mean compote. Oh, no, correct. Gotcha. I do believe. Getting things ready to start chicken veggie stew in the slow cooker in the morning, and that will be my lunch every day. Oh, that'll be good. Yep, spilled chicken will get you every time, Lori. So what you gonna eat that compost with? I am back, Kathy. Like I said, when your mama calls, you got to talk to your mama. Yeah, what you gonna eat that apple and pear with? Because that does sound good. Sounds like that would be good on some oatmeal. But I was gonna prep tomorrow because I got a couple recipes I want to prep. But I'm not gonna do it tomorrow because Holly's gonna be here at 7, and I'm not getting up and hitting the floor running like I was before surgery. I just am not. It knocked it out of me. So I'm gonna wait and do my prep Sunday. So you won't see a prep video tomorrow. No, Mama is 80. Well, it's not November yet. She'll be 81 in November, and she lives with my brother. Her and my brother live together. Because I'm 61. She'll be 81. Oh my gosh, if Mama was alive, she'd be 101. Because we're exactly 20 years apart. I broke the chain because I had RJ at 24. So 20, that's how I always remembered how old we are. This is my mama. My mama. My mother. The one who gave birth to me. I don't have any mamas. Mamas have been gone. Well, hey, Sylvia. Well, this is the second time I had to cut off the first one because my mama called. So I had to abruptly end the first one. Well, Lori, I'm one of these people. eh, I mean, I don't do things the way they tell you to do things. I don't thaw things in my refrigerator. I thaw things in the sink, which, oh my gosh, I forgot to get out my casserole for today. Oh dear. There might be a change of plans. Me and Holly were busy. The therapist was here. Okay, I got something going. Um, I thaw everything in the sink. I don't thaw nothing in the refrigerator. I would let it sit out overnight in the crock pot. It wouldn't bother me a bit. But some people will say, "Oh, you gonna get sick. You gonna get botulism. You gonna get this. You gonna get food poisoning." We must have a good immune system because we'll cook and leave food out all day and night and still eat it. We're just those kind of people. So, but it's probably what's it in? What kind of container is it in, Lori? Lived in Wilmington. 89 and 91. Yeah, you got to take your mama's call. And she was heading out to get a CAT scan of her brain to make sure everything up in there is working. So she got the blockages and stuff. They're checking everything going through the brain now. Yeah, Janet. We're just old school. That's how I've always done stuff before I knew you wasn't supposed to. And so I've just never changed. Back in the day, you'd cook supper, Sunday lunch, and come home and eat, cover it up with a sheet, and leave it out all day and eat on it again that night. So, yeah. Oh, okay, Mary Ann. She lived with you a long time, Sandy. I think I was going to have ravioli lasagna, so I may be able to cook it from frozen. Probably. I'll get it out when we get through here and let it sit over there. I probably can cook it from frozen. No, Louise. We were just talking about that earlier. The therapist, we were talking, and that's when I realized Halloween is next weekend. No, I bought some of it. If y'all watched my grocery haul, I bought some of my food, but we don't have the menu set out. We don't have everything planned, so we got to get busy. I ain't had no candy corn this season, Kathy. Does he, Lori? Lord, we'll leave it out and eat it the next day. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I mean, we try to put we don't. It's not. It makes me sound like we leave food out all the time. We put our every day. David cleans up before he goes to work, so leftovers are put straight in the fridge because he cleans the kitchen up. But what I'm saying is, we have left food out and eaten it, and it does not bother us. Oh, the candy pumpkins makes you stronger. Listen, we built up our immunity, Nana. That's right. That's what Holly Jacob. He'll pick stuff up off the floor and eat it. She goes, well, more immunity boosting. You don't regret it too much, Kathy. What you talking about, Lori? Cold pizza for breakfast? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I ain't had none yet. I like it. I ain't had none yet. My therapist today asked me, have I got my Halloween candy bought? I said, nope. I said, we'll eat it all. I said, we don't get no trick or treaters. David bought that last year and we ended up eating it. He said he wanted that big old bag because it had the Reese ghosts and all the little things in it. He said, that'll be cute. Kids will like that. We didn't have no trick or treaters. We never do. I'll eat cold scaredy too, Kathy. You better know I will. Ain't nothing wrong with cold pizza, Sylvia. I think it does, Lori. And pumpkin is 0 points. So there you go. That's not weird at all, Carol. Listen, growing up, Peg, my mama did not refrigerate mayonnaise, ketchup, or mustard. That's how I grew up. I only started putting that stuff in the refrigerator when I got married the first time. She didn't like it cold. Hurt her teeth. I ate mayonnaise out of the cabinet my whole entire life. I keep it refrigerated because I just like learned to do that. Now I'm scared to leave it out. But growing up, never had it in the refrigerator. But that's fine, Sylvia. If you get to see it, that's good. I don't know that song, Nana. Norma had some cold chicken chicken pizza yesterday. That's good. Oh, hey Ralph. Oh, that was a good time. The one thing I'm not decorating this year for Halloween is hanging my witch hats out there because I didn't know how I'd be getting around, which I'm getting around so good now. If one fell, I could go out there and pull them down, but I didn't want to have something that I couldn't tend to in case the wind blew them and I had to, pick them up and all this mess. So I just didn't hang my witch hats. And I'm not going to put out all my Christmas stuff neither because I don't know how. I don't want to. I mean, I'm doing so good now, but I don't have like tons of energy. So I'm not going to strap myself down by doing all my. Of course, I had to decorate for Halloween. I mean, come on. I mean, I had to, but I'm not going to go all out for Christmas. And I got a new Christmas tree coming, one of those pencil slim trees. I can't wait. It'll fit in that spot so much better. And I won't have as much to. Oh, speaking of, I don't know if y'all remember way back, first of the year, maybe? I don't know. I bought that box. It's like one of them, what, um, computer paper comes in box of vintage Christmas ornaments from Wanda's for $5. And I said, this year my tree is going to be a vintage Christmas tree. I finally yesterday got everything, the box out over there and went through everything. There's some cool stuff in there. Stuff people have made. I'm telling you, some of that stuff has to be from the 80s. Has to be. So I am excited to put that stuff on the tree. Let's see. Oh, okay. What did you say? I lived it. Oh, Carol's got witch hats and three witches and a Jack Skellington. Oh, you got a lot going on. Are you serious, Marianne? You must live in a development where there's a lot of people. Our rain done come and gone, Lori. We got a neighborhood down the road that all the kids go to because it's a neighborhood and it's the houses are close and they have sidewalks and you can just take your kids and let them get out and walk around and get the candy. I bet that's the same thing where you live. And candy is very expensive. And if you have a ton of kids, listen, my therapist today said last year, he said, we got to where we was taking candy out of our kids' candy that they trick-or-treated to give to trick-or-treaters because they run out of candy. Listen, them bags of candy at Sam's is like $20. Oh, and you can't give a kid. Listen, I'm one of them people. I like them peanut butter kisses wrapped in the orange and the black paper, the little peanut butter taffy things. I love those. You can't give that to a kid this day and age. You'll get looked at like you grow to another head or something. I loved them. I didn't mind getting them at all. Y'all remember them candies I'm talking about? What you gonna do? Turn your lights off? Because if you leave a light on, they're coming. Oh my gosh, Carol, you hooking them people up, ain't you? Everybody go to Carol's house. Get some Doritos. Dang. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm hitting bottom. Car payment and candy. Yeah, you better have your lights off. Is that your granddaughter, Marianne? No, that's sweet, Carol. We don't get not nary trick or treater. This is the neighborhood I grew up in, and we trick or treated every house in this neighborhood. Every single house in this neighborhood. Ever since we've been here. I think one year we might have had two, and one girl lived across the street over this way because we didn't have these people over here. But there's one house up there that's got kids in front of us, but if I leave my lights on, they don't come down here for one candy, I wouldn't think. You help your son over at his house. I don't even know if we got kids in this neighborhood. I think the people when I lived here are just old and there's no kids left. Just the same people living in the same houses. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but I wouldn't want to either, Sylvia. You don't know what's going on this day and age. If it's a long, dark driveway, I wouldn't let my kid go because you don't know. You don't know what they're going in, what kind of house they're going up to. Not that you're anything wrong. I'm just saying, as a, oh, look, there's a long, dark driveway. No, that's scary. Hey, Kim. Oh, that's your puppy. Jasmine Haley Austin, born on Halloween. Oh, well, happy birthday early. Cutest Yorkie baby ever. Oh. Yeah, I know what you mean, Nana. I will let mine go to this neighborhood down there because that's where all the kids go. Like Marianne talked about her neighborhood, how they are. That's where all the kids go. But just a little weird. Oh, her first Christmas picture. I had a few pictures I did with Flair when she was younger. I made Christmas pictures. They were so cute. Oh my gosh. So cute. I did Halloween ones too. I had found this little witch's hat that I put on her. Oh my gosh. So cute. The one, because y'all remember the movie The Blair Witch Project? I put on her Halloween card picture, The Flair Witch Project. I still sit here. The little shelf I put over there where her tank was, I have a little lamp on it. I keep the lamp on 24 hours a day. And I'll be sitting over here and I'll see the light shining and I will still think that I left her tank light on. It's past her bedtime. I watched this little dragon on Instagram and it's just mm. Her. That was her name when I adopted her. What I didn't adopt her, I rescued her. Is what I did. That was her name. They said that was her name, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna leave it. I like that. I don't know if they named her for Ric Flair, the wrestler, or what. I don't know how she got that name, but I liked it. I kept it. Like she's got flair, even though it's spelled that way. Of course, I don't know. It could have been spelled the other way. That's the way I spelled it. I don't know. You know what? It really could have been spelled Flare, as in a solar flare, some kind of something. So, oh well. I know, Kathy. It was a long time before I kept not looking over there expecting her to be sitting there. Whew, I am tired. I'm tired. Any of y'all tired? I know. Toothbrushes. 10, 11, and 2 are 12. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Nana. Me too. That would be heart wrenching. I had to have a dog put to sleep. It was my first husband's dog. He had her when we got married. And then when we separated, he left her with me. So, I mean, she became my dog along those 8 years we were married, but then he just left her with me. So she was mine and she was 17. She was a Pekingese, full blooded Pekingese. And she started having seizures. And the way she would have them, she would let out a scream that would just about curdle your blood. And I called the vet and I said, look, told him, what was going on with her. I said, you're going to have to take her today and do it today before I change my mind. I couldn't let her go on like that. I could not let her keep suffering like that. So I took her up there that day. Right then, they said, bring her on. So I took her and they did it. And that was oh my gosh, the hardest thing that I think I've had to do up to that date. I came home and I was a hysterical mess. And they sent her home with me in a box. And me and David weren't married. I was just separated. And he come over after work and buried her for me. Um, but I was so tore up that I got a letter in the mail from somebody who was in the doctor's office when I was there. And as upset as I was and crying and hysterical, it touched them that they wanted to send me a letter. And so the vet gave them my address and they wrote me the sweetest, sweetest letter over um, that whole situation. Howling at the moon. That's right. Very heartbreaking in it, but I knew I had to do it for her. I knew I had to. I could not let her keep doing that. She would arch her back. Let's just say this is her back because I can't move my hand this way. Just say this is her back. She would arch her back, and her tail and her head would be like that, and she would let out a blood curdling scream, and then lose control of her bladder. That happened like 2 or 3 times. Maybe it happened 2 times, and then that third time, I'm like, this is not going away. That's when I called him. I said, I got to do it now. Bearded Dragons 2. Who was it told me that they're all sitting over there waiting? So when we come, they'll greet us. It was very sad, Kathy. Very sad. It killed me. It killed me. Having to put a dog to sleep is one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do. After that, I said I would never have another dog because I cannot get that attached again because I cannot go through that again. And then I go and I get Flair, and then losing her, I said I'll never have another one. I can't do it. I will never have another pet. I cannot do it. I just can't. Yes, you do. You just know it's time, Sylvia. And that is the best thing. You have to put your feelings aside and do what's best for that animal. You can't keep them alive just because you don't want to deal with it. You have to do the hard thing. You have to do the hard thing. No, Kathy, I can't do it. I can't do it. Rips my heart out too much. I can't get that attached to another animal. It was for the best. Yes, Sylvia, that is correct. Yes, Mama does know best. Yes, she is, Norma. She is right there in my heart. Yes, she is. Oh no. Seizures at 5 years old? Ooh. Are you getting them checked out? That seems awful young to have a seizure. Ooh. Oh, Lord, Marianne, I don't doubt that at all. It's extremely hard, Peg. Lori's back. Mm, mm, mm. Marianne, that's terrible. I just buried both of mine. I didn't have neither one of them cremated. Really? Would that Okay, sorry. I thought I heard a car door. Ain't nobody supposed to be at this house, and my front door is open. So, would a thyroid give him a seizure? Listen, I got a thing that I have posted on Facebook more than one time about black cats and how they're treated, especially at Halloween. People do mean things to black cats. Oh my gosh, then his thyroid was messed up if he lost weight. I have a meme that if it pops up on my memories, I'll share it in my group. It's like a black cat and a dog hugging the cat, and it says, "Who says you're bad luck? Tell me, I will end them." It's so cute. Black cats are not bad luck, but you do have to X them out if they cross in front of you going down the road. Any of y'all superstitious? Can y'all hear my belly? Scare them through the locked front door. What's wrong with people? People's crazy. Your husband does that. Woohoo! That's what it is. Lori. Hmm. You have to cross them out. You just have to. There you go. If one crosses in front of me, it's even got black on it. Listen, when I watch those commercials, Janet, the like the ASPCA commercials and the what there's another one, and they show the poor dogs that are neglected out, and then they show the ones in the shelters, and when people come around, they're just so excited. Oh yeah, they are so grateful. Yes. Oh my gosh, Marianne. Oh my lord. I'd be scared of her too. She'd tear you up. Listen, could be. Mick come back. Just saying. Just saying. Because you'll bring some home. Is that why? You know what? When I would go to the pet store to get stuff for Flair, it would kill me seeing the cats up for adoption in those little glass things, and then they're like in the little things behind it. And if I go to the pet store and see them in crates, oh my gosh, I can't take it. Oh, that's nice, Nana. Deborah. You tell him I was born on Friday 13th. It is my lucky day, and I will dance in the streets on Friday 13th. No pet stores either. Listen, I've adopted hamsters from the pet store. I adopted a one eyed Russian dwarf that nobody wanted, so they let me have her. And I adopted uh, another Russian dwarf that they said was wild and bit everybody, but come to find out, they taunted it. It was the last of a litter. All the litter was because they got a animal in that they didn't know was a female that was pregnant, and so they had it. And all the others got adopted out. And they said this one was mean, bites everybody, bites everybody. But come to find out, they taunted it. They would go in the little thing and pick at it and poke at it and everything like that. That they admitted that. I'm like, give him to me, just give him to me. So I brought him home. Yeah, I called him my little blood sugar checker because he would bite, just because they trained him that way. But I brought him home and gave him a good life, and he lived with me till he died. That's right. Yes, Marianne, I give him a good life. At one point, I had, because see, David don't like animals on the floor. So cats and dogs are out. He just don't. He grew up with them, and he just don't like them. I mean, he don't hate animals. He just don't like to live with animals that walk around on the floor. I don't know why. He just don't. So my kids could never have a dog or a cat. I never. Well, then when I got Flair, I'm like, oh, she's not on the floor. So I got Flair, and at one point, my biggest menagerie, I had Flair. I had a whole mess of hermit crabs. I had mice and regular hamster and Russian dwarf hamsters. So I had a full crowd. When I was a teenager, I always seemed to trip and fall on Friday 13th. Once I became an adult, it stopped. Well, that's weird. I'll tell you what I don't like about Friday 13th, the movie. No, 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 no. I don't like the movie. You know what? You know the movie Poltergeist? How it used to be so scary. They've been showing a commercial for it. I don't like to watch scary movie commercials, but they've been showing a commercial for it because it's coming on one of these TV stations. And I don't normally watch. I'll just sit here and listen to them because I'll turn my head because I don't want to see it. And I caught a little bit of it. And I'm like, well, that wasn't scary. What was we scared of? I don't remember much about the movie, but what I seen on the commercials wasn't scary. But now Friday 13th, that jumping out, and Halloween, that jumping out and popping out and being somewhere, I can't take that. No, Nana. Mm-mm. No, sirree, Bob. No horror movies. I watched them when I was a teenager because I was stupid. Won't watch them now. Couldn't pay me to. I'm gonna tell you what's stupid. That Chucky. That Chucky that comes on TV. That doll, Chucky. I don't think it could scare you. It's the dumbest thing I have ever seen. It is so dumb. Listen, growing up, Janet, I hit bottom. I'm gonna have to go here in a minute. We always had cats inside and outside. Oh yes, Hocus Pocus. I love Hocus Pocus, and it ain't scary. It ain't horror. It's just fun. And I've never watched Halloween Town. I have never watched Halloween Town. Okay, Kathy, The Exorcist Believed. I did not know the name of the movie because I caught a glimpse of the commercial. I'm like, oh, okay, this is horror. And they would just play, and I could tell from the music it was Exorcist. I didn't know if it was an Exorcist remake or what. But I told David, I said, I've never watched it. They don't say the name of the movie, so I guess they would pop it up on the screen. I said, but I know it's The Exorcist because I recognize the music. So I guess that's what it's called, The Exorcist. No, I ain't watching that. Hell no. Yeah, black cats are beautiful too. Yeah, I know it looks scary because it sounded scary. Nana, what you talking about? They put those commercials on during shows that they absolutely have no business putting those commercials on during. Yeah, you're right about that. Lord, it's 2:30. I'm gonna have to go. We've been on here an hour. My back hurting. I need some water. Oh, do it, Sylvia. Do it. This will be my first year since I was 53 that I won't have gotten a tattoo. I don't like that. But I will say, two knees is better than a tattoo. Maybe I'm gonna get one next year because that's exactly what I was fixing to say. David, he'll be getting his wrist fixed next year, so we won't be able to afford no tattoos. That's for sure. The Exorcist believer. Yeah, you can keep that. You can keep that. Listen, I'm fixing to change his insurance. He's got insurance, so when you're out of work, you get paid a certain amount of your um, pay, regular pay. I don't have it set up too high. But I told him when open enrollment comes, which it is now, is open enrollment. I said, I'm going to up your insurance so you get the most of your paycheck you can get because they told him he's going to be out of work for 6 months. Well, we can't live on no paycheck for 6 months. And so I'm going to make sure he gets the most out of his insurance as he can get to get us through that 6 months. And then open enrollment, I can drop it back. So that's what I plan on doing. Sylvia. Mm-mm. Oh, you're getting your back surgery on December 5th. See, I'm supposed to have back surgery too, but the knees come first so I can walk. And then David's wrist comes before my back, and then my back will come at whenever. So, what are they doing? What part are they doing it on, Marianne? Yes, Peg. I told him, I said, you wait, let me get this insurance, and it'll start the first of the year. So, yes, he will, Nana. He's going to have to because if he thinks he's sitting in this house with me for 6 months, he's wrong. That ain't happening. No, no. We love each other and we get along, but for 6 months cooped up together, mm-mm. Either he's going out in the building or I'm going to ride the roads. One of the two. Number three, mm, lower back. That's what I need mine on. But don't be scared. Don't be scared, which I can understand because it's on your back. Okay, this is what I do for calls. So I know we're not going to leave a message. Talk off. I cut their little water off. You got that right, Pig. You got that right, honey. There you go, Sylvia. Listen, we got to get all our stuff fixed. We're at that age where we got things that's got to fix. Oh, cool, Janet. Marion. Oh my Lord. I couldn't do that. Is there any pain meds that you're not allergic to? Whatever it is, they better give it to you. They better not say, "Oh, you'll get addicted." No, they better give it to you. You can't be having no back surgery without some pain medication. Yeah, Kathy, I can't stand to hear it ring. I just can't stand to hear it ring. Oh, I really do need to go. I'm glad y'all come today. I'm glad y'all come back the second time. Yep, me too, Janet. You have a good weekend. Wish Holly luck on her yard sale. She said, I hope I make at least $20. I said, you're going to make $20. Oh. Mm. Lord, Marianne. Listen, whatever works, do it. Yeah, our rain stopped. It rained about 10 minutes and that was it. Sun's out. So I'm going to head on. Thank y'all for coming. And I will see you, I reckon, Sunday for prep because we're going to be busy tomorrow. So, okay. Oh, well, there you are, Terry. Well, we're leaving. Bye. Let's see. I don't have my mouse. Let me go right there.